Picture this. A best-selling author sits alone in her study, typing the final words of what will be her last manuscript. The keys click softly in the dead of night, each keystroke adding to a story that's far more dangerous than anyone could imagine. I stumbled upon this tale while researching unsolved literary mysteries. Sarah Mitchell was found dead in her home, just 3 days after submitting her latest thriller to her publishing house. The police initially ruled it a natural death, until they read her manuscript. You see, Sarah had spent 20 years building a career on crime fiction, working closely with her editor, James Cooper. They were a dream team in the publishing world. He polished her raw talent into literary diamonds, book after book. But their relationship wasn't just professional. They shared secrets, late-night calls, and the kind of trust that only comes from years of collaboration. What nobody knew was that Sarah had been piecing together a disturbing puzzle. Strange inconsistencies in James's stories, missing people from his past, the way he would sometimes talk about murder with an unsettling gleam in his eye. Her final manuscript wasn't the thriller everyone expected. It was a meticulously researched, detailing how she discovered that her trusted editor, James Cooper, was responsible for 3 unsolved murders in the 1990s. Every chapter was backed by evidence she'd gathered over years. Evidence that had been hiding in plain sight. The genius and the tragedy of it all. She knew he would be the first to read it. Sarah had written her own death sentence, disguised as a novel. She knew what would happen when James realized she had uncovered his dark past. But she also knew that her death would be the final piece of evidence, the one that would make her manuscript impossible to ignore. Words have power. They can entertain, inspire, and yes, they can kill. But sometimes, the truth they reveal is worth dying for. Sarah's silence spoke volumes, and in the end, justice was served. James Cooper was arrested 2 weeks after her death, undone by the very words he had spent his career editing. Remember this: sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones written in silence, waiting for the right moment to be heard. Sarah Mitchell's final chapter wasn't just an ending. It was a beginning of justice.